Students, um, I'm writing the code again from the starting itself. And if you have any doubt, feel free to mention the same in the form. I will try to start where I have left, or I will start from the first itself. So it would be nice to understand. So the first thing that we have understood, like if the front is clear, we have to move. I mean, like this condition, the while is you could say it in the Python, while is being used, this while is like a control flow. Okay. So what is the need of this thing is like it allows you to repeat the some particular statements again and again over the course of period till this condition fails. So the condition and the loop, this will stop when this front is not clear. I mean the situation when it reaches over the last point. Okay, so once we can move, we have to check if the beepers are present or not. So once if the beepers are present, we have two columns that we have already discussed what is happening. And then we have also saw like how to build the two columns. Now we have to pick beeper, which we have discussed. What is the reason for picking the beeper? Then build the column, the one first column, then the move, then build the column. That's it. So from here, we are able to reach this part, building this column. We are coming back here, moving this part and building the another column and reaching this part again. So in order to do that, we are writing or creating another function that is the build the column. First thing, once you pick the beeper, the first thing that you have to do is you have to turn left. Now you have to place three beepers because that's how the hospital can be made. Beepers, up, come back down, turn left. Okay. So what is the thing that we have to do here is like place beepers up the column. Now here, return back down to the first street. Now here we have to reorient. Okay. What is the reason for the reorient is to the east direction to continue the walking. Okay. Once you have completed this part, now we will try to place the three beepers up. Now the first thing you have to do is build three high columns by placing the beepers upward. Okay, that's one thing. So in order to build the three columns, the first thing that you have to do is you have to put the beeper, right? You have to put the beeper, then you have to move, place another beeper, then again move, put the beeper, right? So what is happening in this part is like you are placing one beeper here, then you are moving forward, you are placing one beeper here, you are moving forward, and we are placing another beeper, and again you are putting another beeper, and finally you are placing your last third beeper. That is the function. What does the place three beeper will do? Now, what is the function you have to do after this? That is the work you have to do after this is you have to come down to reach the first street. So for this, we have created the function that was like come back down. For telling the Carol, come back down. That is come back down. How it will do is you have to turn around. That's the first thing. We won't go in the lower levels. We will start with the higher level and then we will try to go into the lower levels because it would be very much easy to understand. Turn around, move to bottom, isn't it? Turn around means it will just around and move to the bottom. That's it. Now, move to the bottom. Let's write how to do this. So in order to move bottom, what it has to do, that means it has to go straight down to the first street, correct? Until you hit the wall. Means it has to go down. Let's not talk about the turnaround part for now. Let's talk about, since I believe the turnaround is already provided. No, turnaround I have to make it. I guess so. Yes. The turnaround thing I have to make it. The Carroll condition, the right is clear, the facing north, facing east. Okay, we will do this thing. Don't worry about it. The turnaround and move to the bottom. In order to move to the bottom, so what is the thing? You have to move till you hit the wall. That means while front is clear, the same thing, move. You just have to move down, right? Till the front is clear. Once the front is not clear, you have reached the bottom, the street, that is the first street itself. Now, the thing is move forward if possible. We are talking about this function that we have written in the first pseudocode itself. Move forward if possible. Why we have written? Because in order to satisfy one of the test cases that we have talked about in the session. So let's move forward. This means only, or we can also call it as only move if front is clear. Why? In order to avoid one of the test case that we have talked, that is prevent crashing into the walls, not else, it's walls. Okay, so is front is clear? We have to check the condition. If the front is clear, then move. Okay. Now, most of you might get confused here. While front is clear, move is front is clear, move. So see, I will explain in a very simple manner. The while condition is used to repeat a particular statement, that is the move statement, again and again and again until till this condition get fails. Each condition can only be used only once. Okay. Once it has been utilized, you can't loop it over it. Only the while conditions, the for conditions can only be used. I hope you have gone through the control flow assignment that you have been provided in before coming to the session, where you might have come across the while, for, etc. So if you have any doubts, feel free to reach me out there and I will try to explain and clear the doubts. Now, once you have moved forward, if possible, means, so if only this been checked, if the front is clear, then move. Only one thing. After that, we have to define two things. Turn right, that we have already talked about. Turn right. So for I in range 3, turn left. Since, see, this condition why we have created, because the Carol can only know how to turn left. He doesn't know how to turn the right. Okay. So what is turnaround that we have talked about? How to do the turnaround? Okay, there was, I believe there was, what was that? Okay. Did we miss any column? Semicolon? No, I don't guess so. Okay. Now, how to make sure this thing happens? Because why we are doing is, since we the Carol only knows how to turn left. So we stimulate a right turn. Turn around means turn left, turn left. Do you remember where we have used? We have to turn the 180 degrees here. Why it is used to turn 180 degree. We have used here in this part, exactly here, when it has to go, it has to move 180 degrees. So it has to do the left operation two times. So this is what the left operation means for the two times. I hope most of the code is ready. Let's run it. If we, okay, it doesn't complain, you get a crafting and explanation for you. Okay. Front is clear with is for front is clear. Is front is clear. Okay. Okay. If front is clear. Okay. Sorry. My bad. Okay. Another typo mistake. Okay. If what is the question? The error indentation increase unexpectedly. Typically, you mixed up the okay indentation error. I'm very sorry about the indentation. So make sure about your indentation very carefully. I hope it was only the indentation error. Other than that, line 8 is talking about the line 8 indentation. Okay, this was the line indentation that I have told you regarding the line 8 indentation. I mean the indentation in the Python. I hope once again. These errors are very good because we can, okay, the error message indicate that the function build column is missing a colon at the end of its definition line. Okay, so every time when you create a function, you have to write the column at the end of the time. Okay, that is mandatory. Otherwise, you will get an error. Okay, another error. This is very nice. Turn right. In the error is caused by missing parenthesis in the turn right. Okay, we have a turn left operation three times. Okay, again, the error message indicates that the function name front is clear, which does not exist. Front is clear. If front where? Which line? Exactly. Should replace with the front is clear, the correct function front is clear. Okay, I guess the error message indicates that you're attempting to use a function name front is clear, which does not exist. It's mostly like a typo, and you should replace front is clear with a correct name. Correct function front is clear. Okay, where did I made a mistake? Hmm. Line 6. Okay, line 6. While front is clear. Okay. Another thing in the Python is other than the indentation, other than the semicolon, the colon that I am mentioning, each whatever the variables, these are called as the variables or the names that we are suggesting. Every time we are using, make sure that you are using the same thing and again because Python is what is Python is? Oh, sorry, you are not there, right? My bad. See, Python is like it is very much particular about the variable names. Okay. Again, what is this time? This is like typo is name like what where which line, bro? Which line? The correct line 37. Okay, line 37. While front is clear. The same mistake again we have done. Okay, now see, let's see what happens. We did it. So this is what happening. I hope you have understood these errors. Even though I made it, I'm very thankful for these errors because I could able to help the guys who are very new to the coding about what are the different types of errors that you can make while making the Python. And thank you for being in the session and even in my session. And I'm very thankful. So in the next session, we will learn how to do the art of the carol. And these mistakes, whatever I have done, it is very much helpful because this may help you to understand what are the different types of mistakes that you make during writing this type of codes. Okay, one more thing before coming to the next class, try to learn or not learn, give a simple glimpse of or a glance on the how the different types of errors that you can make in the Python. So this can be very much useful while you write your own code. Okay, so thank you.